Hey everybody, I hope you're all having an amazing day, and I'm here recording this video to share with you how I have been doing so far and how my life has transformed from being very depressed and so immersed in my external circumstances and letting them affect me so much, and how I have become so far. First of all, I'm deeply super grateful to all those amazing people that have emotionally supported me and that had reached out for me and that contributed to how I have become right now. I'm also so grateful for the amazing souls that I have shared with them daily affirmations and meditation, and that because of some of their recommendation I have dived deep into the science and the knowledge of gaining much more information to understand how my brain and heart, mind to body relationship, to understand my mental health and to understand the science, like not just the theoretical but practical, and embodying the science of how me and you function, how a human being functions. And I believe one beautiful quote by Spinoza, that the highest activity a human being can attain is learning for understanding, because to understand is to be free. I was seeking my freedom, I was seeking my liberty, and I would say right now I am a free person because I understand, because I am not a prisoner to my own emotions, to the external circumstances. I am in charge, I am capable, I create, and what I believe makes me the person who I am. So, as you have seen, or might have seen, or what I'm telling you right now, that some months ago I was a very depressed person. I was so immersed in my external environment and how it's affecting me, not knowing that it's all within me. I can change everything within me. If I cannot change what's happening in the world outside, I can simply change how I feel in reaction to what's happening. It's all within me. And coming to realize that I am in charge was a very powerful aspect, because I came across an amazing neuroscientist, as recommended by one amazing person of our meditation group. This scientist is called Dr. Dispenza, and I have been watching lectures, interviews, reading his book, actually several books. I read the book called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. I actually listened to it as an audiobook. And Becoming Supernatural, twice. I'm so in love with this kind of science. It involves neuroscience, biochemistry, psychology, mindfulness, meditation, also some talkings about placebo, and lots of several aspects and disciplines. And I find it incredible, the power that you would have understanding how your body functions and how you can take the lead of how you feel and think, and understanding how our thoughts are so powerful in affecting us. You know that when you think of something, let's say you're worried about something, then you feel worried. It's natural, right? And then when you feel worried, you think more that you're worried. Then you feel more that you're worried, and then it becomes an infinite loop of being preoccupied about something. And then this mood becomes your temperament, and then this temperament of yours become your personality, that you are always worried, you're always nervous. You could actually develop some physical disease, like when you're having in digestion, or it affects your gut because, oh, now I'm nervous, so I have this irritable bowel syndrome or something, then it's totally containing you, where like fear and worrying, and it becomes your personal reality that you have created. If your thoughts and emotions can make you sick, your thoughts and emotions can heal you as well. And it's not theoretical philosophy, this is pure science. And that I came to understand what are emotions and how do they affect me, and how I can simply and easily change that, I felt that I have a powerful weapon. I wasn't even aware of it, I wasn't using it. And that I understand that all the programs that has been installed in us since our childhood, at home, in school, within society, aren't necessarily correct. It's just programs installed. Like, we say, people don't change. I have the personality of being short-tempered, or hot-tempered, or I'm impatient, or I have 1, 2, 3 personality. It's a program. It's not true that people don't change. People change. Personalities change. Because what's a personality? It's the mood you've been putting yourself in because you were told that you are impatient. So you became impatient. People keep telling you that you're impatient, you feel impatient, you think about impatience, you are just impatient, you cannot take anything. You're intolerant to other people, and it became your personal reality. And if this is true for negative aspects, it's true as well for positive aspects, like, let's say, love, gratitude. If you make gratitude your attitude, everything in your life would change. Just change, I would say, your addiction to your negative emotions to a new addiction of an awesome emotion. Why do I say we are addicted to our emotions? Because we are. What are emotions? Emotions are chemical. It's your brain chemistry. There are hundreds of thousands of emotions that are translated in the word, like, that are chemicals. All of those chemicals are the thing we say emotions. How do you feel something? Biochemistry. Emotion. It's as simple as that. If you can be addicted to pain, suffering, frustration, being annoyed by something, sadness, agony, misery, I was addicted to panic, anxiety, depression, reminiscing and longing for things that put me in the mood of continued panicking and depression. And the thing is that me and you and most of us are addicted to those chemicals because they are so familiar to us. When you have your rush of emotions, your rush of chemicals, then you feel the high of it, then you have your dose and you want more of that because you know how that feels. I'm not saying that you want to be in pain, but your body is familiar with this kind of experience. It wants more of that. Your body doesn't want an unfamiliar experience, even if it's a positive feeling. It will say, no, I'm quite comfy in what I have. I will keep what I have. Are you trying to introduce me to another emotion that I'm not sure how it feels? I'm scared. We're scared of what we don't know. But if we surrender to the beauty of what we don't know and embrace it, amazing things will happen to our lives. So it's as easy as that. Let's say we are thinking that we are grateful about something. Even that thing didn't take manifest, like you don't have it in your hands at the moment. But you know what? Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. When you think that you're grateful about something, your body translates it automatically as though you have received something. So you have millions of things to be grateful about daily. That you woke up, that you're breathing, that you feel, that you breathe, that you hear, that you see, that you have a meal to eat, that you have a roof over your head. There are millions of things to be glad about. Just let gratitude be your attitude. Get addicted to the chemical of gratitude instead of the chemical of anxiety. And then be familiar with it. You know what does the word meditate means? It doesn't mean a religious aspect. It means to become familiar with. Meditation is to do an activity over and over and over again until you are familiar with it. So to meditate is to become familiar with. When you concentrate, when you are mindful of a specific idea, today you are embodying the feeling of love. You meditate that you are love. So you become familiar with it. You do this one day, the second day, the third day. You feel it, and it becomes your new addictive chemical. Gratitude, everything. Your body is objective. It doesn't know the difference between the actual experience that had made manifest in the real life and something that has already occurred. So when you are just obsessing about the memories of your past, or you are just embracing something from your imagination that did not take manifest in the real now, but you're thinking about it, you're feeling it, your body will take this as an experience that has occurred even though it didn't take manifest, because this is what you're feeling. You're teaching your body the experience through your feelings. Isn't this amazing? You can use this tool to put yourself and teach your body about your future visions without actually taking manifest in your present now, by just really feeling them and believing that you feel them. Because there is a very important aspect. If your thoughts and your emotions are not in coherence, it will not work. If you want to feel happiness, you think, I want to feel happy. I am happy. I'm thinking happy. I am happy. I will be happy. I'm searching for happiness. What are you doing in your real life? You go out on the streets frustrated by all the cars that are just making the traffic jam. You want to curse the other person in the other car because he just annoyed you driving. You go and see your coworker and you are frustrated by their behavior. You come back home, you're frustrated by your flatmates. How can you say that you want to be happy and you are not feeling happiness in your actions? So if your thoughts and your emotions are not in coherence, there will not be any change. However, if you think about something and you feel it, only at that moment when change will start to take manifest. How? Simply, thoughts are electrical charges. This is science. Emotions are magnetic charges. When thoughts and emotions are in coherence, they produce an electromagnetic field of energy. It's around you. You don't see it by your eyes, but it could be measured by HRV machines, heart rate variability. It has been experimented on. These are aspects that have been measured in laboratories. It's not theoretical fantasy. And when there is an elevated emotion and there is an electromagnetic field of energy, at this point, it can change matter. What do I mean by that? Matter is within your body, changes to the people surrounding you and to the objects in the universe around you. Because everything is made of energy. Isn't this funny? Isn't this amazingly funny? That everything is just energy? What do I mean by that? What are you made of? You're made of proteins. your flesh, your skin, your hair, your organs. Everything is made of proteins. Each one of them has their own names. I'm not gonna go into the scientific terms of the names of the proteins that make of, well, you can say melanin, collagen, blah blah blah. A lot of proteins. What are proteins? Molecules? What are molecules? Atoms. What are atoms? Isn't it energy? You're made of energy. The universe is made of energy. Everything is made of energy. So everything is in harmony. And you simply affect all the people surrounding you by your thoughts. Don't you remember or have this happen to you that somebody enters the room and then you feel that something has changed in the atmosphere? Maybe this person is preoccupied by something. They are worried or scared of something. The energies they are emitting affect you. Even if you don't want to be affected, it will affect you. This is why we say, mind your thoughts. Think happy, not necessarily happy. Think joyful, think grateful, think love. When you think of something, neurocircuits are created in your brain. And when you think of something, the energy starts to take the form of matter in the quantum field. So there is an interesting aspect. Do you remember those who studied physics? Newton. Newton works by the law of cause and effect. If there is 1, 2, 3, it will be 1, 2, 3. So 1 plus 2 equals 3. But the laws of the quantum theory, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't necessarily equals 3. It could be equal, I don't know, a tree. So if you work not by cause and effect, but by causing and affecting, it's not that you are affected by your external environment, you are creating your environment. So everything exists already. All your experiences, all your relations, everything is there in what we call the quantum field. It starts to take form of matter to manifest as experience or as a person or as something that you feel when you think of it. This is how powerful your thought is. When you think of something, this energy starts to take manifest into matter. So when there is a group of people meditating and there is a high elevated emotion, they could actually heal a person. Not only you can heal yourself, but other people can heal a person by their high frequency elevated emotion and energy. This is amazing. Changes can happen from a place to another continent just by frequencies that are traveling in the quantum field. There is an initiative called Global Coherence Initiative, GCI, and it has made statistics and experiments on how group meditation of thousands and thousands of people can actually affect war and peace. They made those statistics in the, I can't recall what the names of the wars at those times, but when a lot of people came together, even they are scattered around the world, and they put on their intention, their thoughts, and they meditated together for peace, change happened. The number of victims in the wars were less by a certain percent. Global leaders took different decisions. We have no idea how capable we are, that we actually can make a change in the world. And we can be in charge of everything related to our body. Do you know what is a placebo? For example, if somebody has a specific disease and they go to the doctor and they give them a pill and they told them this pill is the medicine to this certain disease that you're having right now, that you're sick of right now. What is actually in the pill? Sugar, water, nothing. But what do you believe you're having? Medicine. What is happening in your body? It secretes the exact same chemicals that would have been secreted if you have taken the pill with the chemicals. What does that mean? That your body is created with the 100% capability of secreting any sort of chemistry. Your body will make the morphine. Your body will make the antiseptic. Your body will make the antibody, the antivirus. It will make everything. Why? Because you believe. So, isn't it beautiful that you can be your own placebo? This is also another book of Dr. Joe Dispenza's. You are the placebo. How to become the placebo. So, this happens to you if you know or believe that you're taking a fake pill. You don't know it's fake. But what if you, without taking a fake pill, can be your own placebo? Amazing! You can just let your body do the thing. You can heal yourself. Those people who reverse stage 4 cancer. Those people who were blind and they came to see again. Those people who have genetic code for genetic disease like Parkinson's. The genes are signaled by the environment, but you can change the gene expression. You can have the genetic code of a specific disease, but you have the capability to switch the gene expression to off. It is amazing to see stories that made manifest in real life. It's not that we are talking hypothetically. It could happen, but people who were told by doctors you have 2 months to live. Your back injury is irreversible. You will not be able to walk again. People who didn't give up on themselves, who believed in their willpower, healed themselves. When I see this kind of things, I'm just fascinated. What I started to do is that I started to believe in myself, that I am love, that I am worthy, that I am light, that I can create things. I started to create what we call a future vision. I stopped going back to my past memories that made me cry every single night until I sleep. Why? Because my future memories are much more beautiful. I don't need to go back to my past memories. It doesn't mean that I'm eliminating my past memories. Some of them were beautiful. Some of them were painful. Human pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. We need to learn to separate the emotion from the experience. When you learn how to separate your now from your past, your emotion from your memory, this is when you evolve. A memory without an emotional charge is called wisdom. You will look back at your past experience and you will not want to change one single thing. Why? Because it made you who you are at the moment. Without those past experiences, you wouldn't have learned what you have learned right now. I am so grateful for my life. I wrote on Facebook on the 31st of October that I hate my life. I was wrong. I love my life. I'm in love with my life. I'm in love with the person who I am. I am grateful for my past experience. The painful, the beautiful, the transforming, all my experience. I'm so grateful. Without those experiences, I wouldn't have become like this. Without those experiences, I wouldn't have sought enlightenment. There is a term called the collateral beauty. It's what happens when we are faced by some sort of tragic incident, a trauma, something, a loss, a breakup. We fail to see the collateral beauty, but it's always there. With every horrible incident, there is an amazing happening. We evolve somehow because we as human beings start changing with a very high emotional traumas or incidents or accidents. Experiences like abduction, rape, experiences like car accidents, loss of a loved one, death, breakups, divorce, all of those. This is when something affects you so much, so it's your trigger. You start to change to the worse or to the better. You can change in a way that because of that thing that happened to you, you become depressed and you let your emotions, it impacted you so much, so you are so sad. This is what happened to me after my emotional event, I would say, incident. It was affecting me so much because it was so immense that I was taken with all the emotions of leaving the country and the people that I love and I long for, and I couldn't accept or take this, and I was immersed in those emotions, and I was so addicted to my brain chemistry, and it changed me to a depressed person. But then I had another high of wanting liberation, of seeking change without another emotional trauma. I didn't wait for another aspect to happen. I wanted to evolve. So the outcome of a trauma is growth, but the outcome of your seeking of knowledge is evolution. And I'm so proud of myself that I took that path and that I learned for understanding, and that I can share this with you right now, because I feel that this kind of knowledge is very important to everybody who thinks that we need external circumstances to feel happy. If I couldn't travel, I will not be happy. If I couldn't go outside, I will not be happy. If I didn't have this certain relationship that I have in my head, I will not be happy. But you know what? Happiness is a state of mind. It's how you feel, how you think, how you feel, and how you act. And how you think, how you feel, how you act becomes your mood, your state of mind, your temperament, your personality, and your personality creates your personal reality. And it's as simple as that. So what I wish for everybody is to believe that they are capable and that they are in charge of everything, and nothing in the outer circumstances can affect you as long as you choose your emotions and how to react to this. You don't need anything from the outside to complete you, because you're whole. You don't need another person to be your other half, because you're whole. You don't need another person to give you love because you are love. They could share with you, but you have to love yourself first. You are love. You share the love. You are light. You share the light and you shine bright with others. You don't need completion. You are whole. You are worthy. The attachment that we have for certain emotions and we blame this attachment on others. Yeah, because of this specific person, you feel guilt. But actually, it's not because of anybody. It's because of your addiction to the chemical of guilt. Because of this person, I am like that. Because of that person, I am like that. This is what you convince yourself, and you made believe that it's because of 1, 2, 3, but it's just your attachment to a certain chemical. So it could be simple, it could be not, but change is from within you. And if I could change, you could change. Because right now, I have no connection with the person I was 1.5 months ago. I don't know how it feels to be like this again. I'm just another person. I pressed my reset button. I have no programs. I put on my programs. I'm not in the system anymore. You know what? I was telling this story to some friends. A couple of days ago, I was walking in the main square in the city I'm living in. And, well, we have curfew from 10 p.m. It was 9:20. I was going back home. And there are still New Year's decorations. And when I see all light and all beautiful, I feel so joyful. And I want to dance. And there was nobody. So I wasn't wearing a mask. There was nobody. I put on the things that I bought from a supermarket and I started to dance alone in the square. I had my headphones on and I enjoyed myself, and then I went on. Then I heard from behind, because I couldn't hear so much because I had my AirPods, but I heard somebody calling buonasera. It's like good evening in Italian. And there were 2 military men, and they were like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yes." They are saying, "You didn't drink anything?" And I said, "No." And they say, "Yeah, but we saw you moving around and you were dancing alone in the square." And I was like, "Yes, can't you see the lights? It's so beautiful. I just feel like dancing because I'm so happy. It's so beautiful." And they say, "So are you sure you're okay? You didn't drink anything?" I said, "No, I'm not drunk. I'm so happy." And they couldn't believe me. They say, "Are you from this zone? Are you from this comune, like this zone?" I said, "Yes, I live in 123 Street." And then you say, "You don't want us to take you home. Are you okay?" I said, "I am definitely brilliantly okay. I am so happy and I am enjoying myself." And it was amazing to see the look in their eyes. They still didn't believe that I could just be happy because life is beautiful and the lights were amazing and that I'm just enjoying myself. Like, it's incredible to see that being happy without a specific reason is odd and abnormal. And if you're not drunk or high, you cannot be happy in those days. It what brings me to say that happiness is a state of mind. It was just an amazing incident, and I feel sorry for them. And I hope I brought them some fun, even though they didn't believe. I was just happy alone. I'm not drunk or anything. And I hope that I could continue being in charge of how I feel, how I think, and how I act. And I hope I could have brought you something by sharing this with you. And yeah, thank you for being there for me. Thank you for emotionally supporting me always. And thank you for watching this. And I hope and I wish for everybody love and enlightenment and guidance and awareness. And that we evolve together and change this earth, because we can. Together but alone, alone but together. We can do something. We don't need for a change to change us. We don't need a trauma to change us. You know how this 2020 was the worst year for a lot of people, but you see the collateral beauty that has brought to earth? Because of people who were less in the streets, because of less flights, less pollution, less everything, the weather has changed. There is real winter in lots of places that it hadn't snowed for so many years. Weather has changed. People have a lot of transformation. It's the awakening. Why? Because there are so much incidents going on and people are affected financially, emotionally, psychologically. A lot of things are where the triggers, so people change. It was the incident from outside, but we don't need to wait for such incidents to happen, because we can evolve alone because of our choice. I hope that we could see the collateral beauty of all the incidents that happens in our life. I hope that we can do good to ourselves. And I hope I would have brought you something beautiful into your life and made a little bit of significant change. Thank you so much for watching. Lots of love and light.